You need to sit down. We need to have a talk. Now is a period where you're restructuring a lot of stuff. Rapture has happened, meaning something that you thought was set in place or the deal was sealed, meaning you had it in the bag, has ruptured. It's no longer, meaning the end of a job, the end of a type of relationship, whether that is a friendship, whether that is a love relationship, whether that is a work relationship. And here the shells are speaking about you're trying to pick up the pieces of your life because it has greatly affected you, and you're trying to hold it together or pick the pieces up and make it whole again. For the relationship, my personal opinion would be no. You have to let it go because the signs were there already. In this cycle in the East, we have something that has been illuminated, something you can't ignore, and your priorities have shifted, or you have become more aware of what your priorities need to be. Now, when it comes to the dynamic of other people versus what your priorities are, you have realized that that relationship can no longer function, or that person can no longer be in your space, or you can no longer be in this dynamic with this person because your priorities, your integrity, your values, and that other person's intentions and their goals and values don't align with yours, and you guys don't mix. So you have to go your separate ways here. The shells speak about that you have to be grounded. This is in the earth energy. For those of you who are in jobs where it consists of travel or traveling a lot, meaning your pilots, your stewardess, gig work, stuff like that. Here, the Oracle is saying that it's not going to be profitable. It's like you're moving, but you're not really getting anywhere. Why? Because the energy becomes stagnant and you're picking up too many energies, which is affecting your energy. Okay, so anything where you're constantly on someone else's territory doesn't put you at an advantage, it puts you at a disadvantage. The Oracle speaks about you having ideas and goals and going in a certain direction. And if you did go in that direction, you stop, you're stalling, you're overthinking it, you're in your head too much about it. And the oracle speaks about maybe because you're not seeing too far ahead and you're trying to control it in some way, and in reality you can't control everything. Okay. um Loose, and it speaks about you being affected by this to a point where your root chakra, your livelihood, and the foundation of your life is on shaky ground. So you need to keep going and persevering in that direction, and it will pay off because this container, this seal, needs to be repaired with the right frame of mind. You don't chase. This is the energy of you don't chase, you attract. So instead of going in gig jobs or delivery jobs or jobs like the pilot or the stewardess, you need to work on your ideas and have more of your ideas and goals, like a branch, most of your energy in that idea, and then another energy in work because we have to work, we have to pay bills. So you have to look for something that's stationary. If you're in the medical field, you don't want to be kind of like the travel nurse. You want to be the nurse that works at one facility and not scattering your energy to make things work out. If you wanted to start that business, then you need to be working on that business and set time apart for that business, even if it's 1 hour. Because the moment you shift your energy, and let's say you find a job and you leave your main goal or your main business hanging, the universe is going to come in and rattle that foundation for you again, because the higher power, spirit, God, whatever you want to put it, doesn't give you an idea or an inspiration that you cannot execute. You just have to give it time and not put so much pressure on yourself. You have to give yourself more merit here. Okay, and you'll be dreaming a lot more. You'll have the aha moments more. So you have to pay attention to what your dreams, your instincts are telling you. If you're having lower back pain, aka this is not a substitute for medical advice, um, that is a signal that you feel like you're not being supported on the outside, and that's okay. You have to walk alone for a moment. If you're having neck or shoulder pains, that's the responsibilities weighing too much on you, and you need to prioritize. And you're being too rigid of how you expect or how you want the outcome to go. Okay, so this is the time where, unfortunately, relationships are going to end, and you're going to be left with picking up the pieces, and you are strong enough. Just don't allow it to keep happening over and over again. Okay?